This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Rebels headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida's offense will have the football first. And here comes a workhorse in this offense, Jaden Ball. This is a matchup of a pair of standout running backs.
It's so much fun when you watch games like this. In college football today, it's about tempo and spreading out and air raid and throwing it. These two top 25 teams pride themselves on being physical offensively and running the ball. We've got two of the better running backs in the entire country facing off today. This thing isn't going to be necessarily the sexiest matchup. This is old school. This is handy.
It's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Great job by the defense forcing a fumble, but bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Running inside, it's Pryor. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be problem for defenses all year long.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Shakes off the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's Pryor. Here's a little room there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Handoff for Ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking the shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll go right back to him. Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Fires into traffic. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown Gator. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Looking for the time with the extra point. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Trying to keep the drive alive. Makes him talk to the hand. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. At the 45 on his way. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And the Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Lacy. Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing. And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Plum and Tavita. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But Palmer, Florida's good, and they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw. They'll run the screen, and he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Gators will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Rebels offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit as he throws. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's high. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Alexander. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Rebels are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to run, it's Lacey. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Trying to take it back. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man, it's Haas. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Lacey. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
That's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
He's got him this time. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. We might have some weather moving in here as we check in to start the second half with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, I do have some news to report to start this second half. As you know, we had a little bit of light rain in that first half, but it did not seem to affect play. But now it is really coming down. I will keep you posted on how the players and coaches adjust to this heavy rain. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the catch. It's Haas. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Release to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The play action fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And the Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Unloads it downfield. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And he puts through the extra point.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's a give the ball. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He's spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. right back to the well. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Send the tight end in motion. Here's Jaden one more time. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Swings it out to the flat. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
4th and goal now in the 4th quarter, down a couple of scores. This ball needs to go to your best player on offense. Who's your best playmaker, be it a receiver, tight end, running back, that can win in space and get you this touchdown?
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Under fire. Trying to make something happen. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And the defense drags him down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's not going to make it to the 1st down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the 1st down anyway. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. 1st down, 10 yards to go. They'll run play action. Let's lets it fly. Touchdown, Rebels. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push. Winning streak to 3.
That's an impressive touchdown.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated in